Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, talks on a protocol for the Sarstoon to begin this weekend in Istanbul, Turkey. Guatemalans detained for illegal activities in the Chicky Bull, and the police investigates weekend murder in Ladyville Village. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is its cost as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
This is Councillor Mike Salazar, and you're watching TNC Channel 10.
Here now is the news in details. Bilateral talks on a protocol for the Sarstoon will commence on Saturday, May 21st. The talks will take place in Istanbul, Turkey. Foreign Affairs Minister Wilfred Elrington will lead Belize's delegation to the talks, which will include Ambassador Alexis Rosado and a representative of the opposition People's United Party. According to a government press release, Minister Elrington will travel to Istanbul on Saturday following his attendance of the inauguration of the new president of Taiwan, where he is expected to join his Guatemalan counterpart Carlos Raul Morales for the talks. The aim of the Istanbul talks is to come up with a protocol that will, quote, eliminate the military tension at the Sarstoon created by the maintenance of the respective positions of Belize and Guatemala regarding rights over the river, end of quote. Belize is holding to the 1859 boundary treaty, which states that the median of the deepest navigable channel of the Sarstoon is our southern boundary, but Guatemala is trying to assert ownership of the entire Sarstoon River. The GOB release says that the Secretary General of the Organization of American States, Luis Almagro, has acknowledged the positions taken by both Belize and Guatemala and is of the opinion that a mechanism must be found to guarantee peaceful use, stability, and navigational security at the Sarstoon River. The official release ends by saying that if no final agreement is reached at the Istanbul talks, then the OAS will host follow-up meetings in Washington, D.C. The illegal incursion of Guatemalans across the Belize border with Guatemala in the west continues to happen. The latest incident happened on Friday night and resulted in the detention of 3 Guatemalans, including a minor. During the detention of the trio, one of them was shot in the arm after he threatened one of the patrol members with a machete. The official account of what happened is that on Friday night, a joint patrol comprising BDF, police, and Friends for Conservation and Development personnel encountered a group of about 15 individuals engaging in illicit gold panning operations in the Cebo Chico area of the Chiquibull Forest Reserve. The encounter happened around 7:45 on Friday night, about 7.9 kilometers from the border, well inside of Belize's territory. The Guatemalan detainees have been identified as 23-year-old Carlos Roberto Perez Hernandez, 17-year-old Edlin Alexander Escobar Garcia, and 21-year-old Solomon Martinez Pascual. The patrol reported that Carlos Roberto Perez Hernandez advanced towards a member of the patrol in an aggressive manner with a machete, and the officer fired a warning shot in the air, but Hernandez continued to advance. The officer then fired a second shot in self-defense and wounded Hernandez in his left upper arm. The patrol rendered first aid to Hernandez's wounds, after which all three captives were escorted to the San Ignacio police station for processing. Hernandez was taken to the San Ignacio Community Hospital, where he was treated and released back into police custody. The investigation into the incident continues. The Belize Police Department continues to forge a close working relationship with the community. And today, one corporate citizen stepped up to lend a helping hand in San Ignacio. Corporal Jason Jones, who heads the community policing initiatives in San Ignacio, says the helping hand from Pine Lumber Company will go a long way in supporting the youth of this jurisdiction.
Yes, what happened is that the San Ignacio Police Youth Cadet Corps has been always doing fundraising, and this year I contacted Pine Lumber Company, Mr. Amin Bedran, and asked him for a donation item so that we could raffle, so the cadets could raise funds rather than having them do a lot of work raising funds. We could just do this grand raffle, and we're trying to make them model citizens, trying to get the young kids to understand what police work is, and that's why it's the Police Youth Cadet Corps. Show them the right way, show them the right path, and have them understand we want them to be productive citizens in our society rather than going to a life of crime. We want to teach them.
Close to $2,000 in value, and it's made from treated pine, and it's pine sustainable produced from the mountain pine ridge, meaning that when I say sustainably produced, we will continue to have pine for years to come if we continue the practice that we're doing right now. We're not just cutting and cut for cutting's sake. We're also managing the area, protecting the area so that we have pine in the future.
One of the main reasons we are doing raffle is because the annual cadet summer camp is happening in Orange Walk in July, so we want to raise some funds so we could get uniforms and t-shirts and stuff for the kids. So that's one of the main reasons why we do raffles, and any other activities that we want the cadets participate in. We want to make sure they look neat and dressed, and you know how we have to make the cadets look good, right? So that's one of the reasons why we're doing the raffle.
According to a representative of Pine Lumber, the company was more than happy to cooperate with the police in this endeavor.
We welcome the idea because as a responsible company, Pine Lumber Company operates, we do the forest management in the mountain pine ridge. And so when it comes to sustainable forestry, we're looking at three aspects: the environment, which is what we do in the pine ridge, economic, and also social. And so as a part of the social aspect, we welcome opportunities to partner with our community and our communities that we work with and live in to improve the standard of living. When the police department called us for a donation, we were glad to be of assistance, especially considering it's for youth. We need to invest a lot in our youth as well if we're to develop our country and improve it. Partnering with the police and the community is a very good thing to do because the police alone cannot do it, the community alone cannot do it. If we are in a position to support the work, it benefits all of us, not just one single person or one community, it benefits everybody. And we are also strengthening our partnership with other police departments. We're working right now on a donation to Belize City with ACP Williams as well, again working with youth, because we believe that is the right way to go and the right thing to do.
Belize will have representation in the upcoming Taipei International Tourism Expo. Karen Pike and Ian Anderson were chosen to represent Belize in the event, which starts on May 20th and runs through to the 23rd. Pike is the Director of Marketing and Industry Relations at the Belize Tourism Board and manages the operations of 5 units. Therefore, her participation will be beneficial to the BTB. Anderson is the proprietor of Caves Branch Jungle Lodge, which has been declared by several travel writers as one of the top 10 adventure lodges in the world. The Anderson family, along with over 120 dedicated staff, look forward to introducing their Caves Branch Adventure Company and Jungle Lodge and the best Belize can offer to the world, to the wonderful travelers of Taiwan. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of my TV is its cost as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
My name is Stefan from Germany. I'm watching the national channel, Channel 10.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. Police in Belize City have arrested and charged 19-year-old Zachroy Knox for the crime of aggravated assault. Knox has been identified as the man who fired shots at Assistant Commissioner of Police Chester Williams last Thursday night in Belize City. Knox was charged on Saturday for that incident. He was also jointly charged with 3 other men for the crime of use of deadly means of harm. They are 44-year-old Larry Wright, 21-year-old Justin Hyde, and 23-year-old Devon Sankey. Police in Hattieville Village are looking for a man who allegedly assaulted his ex-common-law wife and escaped with his young son. The incident, according to police, occurred on Saturday afternoon. The 5-year-old child was reportedly spanked by his half-brother, and the child went to and told his father. The father reportedly went to the house of his ex-common-law wife with a sawed-off shotgun and threatened to kill her and the children. When a police mobile approached, Kenroy Clark Sr. reportedly escaped into nearby bushes, taking his 5-year-old son with him. Police investigations continue. There was a murder on Saturday morning in Ladyville Village. The victim has been identified as 21-year-old Lionel Ramdas. Police say that their investigation reveals that 4 men were socializing inside of a yard on Mirage Road. When about 10 minutes after midnight on Saturday morning, they were accosted by 3 armed assailants. Shots were fired, and police say that in the crossfire, Ramdas was apparently killed. The same shooting incident has left 22-year-old Terrence Richard Flowers Jr. with gunshot wounds to the right hand, chest, and neck. 23-year-old Casey Lozano with a gunshot wound to his right hand, and 44-year-old Lyndon Gillett with a gunshot wound to his right hand. Ladyville police say they are looking for 28-year-old Egbert Baldwin and 19-year-old Darwin Pardo, both of Ladyville Village, for questioning. The Belize Defense Force continues to get crucial support from the United States Army in fighting drug trafficking in remote areas. Here is more in a report from Joint Task Force Bravo.
It's no secret that illegal drug growing and manufacturing is a global problem. In Central America, partner nation militaries have a significant challenge of trying to stem the flow of drugs to the region, often from the source itself. This can be a daunting task. However, U.S. Army South does its best to provide support to those nations' militaries as they counter the drug problems. Joint Task Force Bravo at Sotocano Air Base in Honduras plays a major role with the hands-on efforts in partnering with the neighboring countries, and most recently, they provided air support to the Belize Defense Force in Operation Caracol.
I would say Joint Task Force Bravo has really two major roles here. One is going to be the synchronization of forces, and the other one is the providing of the 1228 aviation assets. So between the two, and then with cooperation with the Belizean forces, we're actually able to go out and do the drug eradication missions that help enforce the security of the nation.
What has previously taken the Defense Force weeks to conduct by way of hiking in and out of the jungle, the 228th Aviation Regiment has helped reduce that time to just 3 days.
Yesterday, the guys were able to do a very, very good job of doing some eradication, even along areas that are difficult to get in by foot. So the chopper asset that was provided by JTF Bravo was very beneficial in getting us to certain areas within where these eradication operation was happening here in this country.
Prior to the execution of the mission, the pilots and crew chiefs spent time training with the Belizean soldiers to ensure a safe and successful mission would occur.
You can't actually expect something to go well if you don't practice it. If you have not done it, you haven't seen it, and you just go out there and do it, things can go wrong like that. But doing the training, doing the dry runs, doing it before we actually go out there and doing the mission actually helped out a lot.
As the Caracol mission continues to evolve, the Belizeans and JTF Bravo will continue to identify ways in which the two partners can work toward a more secure region for everyone involved. For Army South Public Affairs, I'm Sergeant Jeremy Odom.
The Eucharistic Family Rosary Crusade was held on a Friday night in Belize City. The Marion Jones Sports Complex was the venue for the event. TNC News was there, and here are highlights of the event.
This year, we want to thank her for the times she has helped us in the past, and we look forward to her assistance. To all of you.
My name is Father James Kelleher, and I'm a priest in the Society of Our Lady of the Most Holy Trinity, headquartered in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm the founder and director of Eucharistic Family Rosary Crusade, and for the last 8 months, we have all been working.
By God, to be very honest with Him in all the areas of our life so that He can come and transform us. Tonight, I'd just like to offer you two things. We're going to have a Eucharistic procession where Jesus Christ, body, blood, soul, and divinity is going to be present here among us. We're going to have a living rosary where our Blessed Mother is going to be present among us. And tonight, let's not just be spectators, let's not just watch, but let's enter in. So let me invite you to two things. Tonight,
to them in the breaking of the bread. Adore and love thee, Jesus. Lord Jesus, you fed the apostles with fish and bread by the seashore. Adore and love thee, Jesus. Lord Jesus, you are the risen one who gave.
Children, little shepherd children in Fatima, Portugal. The children's names were 10-year-old Lucia, 8-year-old Francisco, and 7-year-old
Maya ka Maria nga puno kayong grasya, ang Ginoo nga Dios adaha imo. Gindadayaw kalabihan mga babayi nga tanan, o gindadayaw ngan ang bunga hantian mo nga si Jesus.
Friday night's event was preceded by the Our Lady of Guadalupe procession, which started from the Holy Redeemer Cathedral in Belize City. And you can catch continued encore presentations of the Eucharistic Family Rosary Crusade right here on TNC. Finally, in the news tonight, the Raymond Garbutt Cayo Senior Females Competition continued on Sunday in Roaring Creek Village. In Game 1, the Esperanza Wolverines defeated the Capital City Emeralds of Belmopan by the score of 15 runs to 2. The winning pitcher was Sharini Soberanis and losing pitcher was Dominga Tut. Game 2 saw the Unitedville Rebels United outlasting a good challenge from Camalote by a score of 12 runs to 8. The winning pitcher was Francine Salazar, while Shandy Oriano is credited with the loss. The final game of the day saw the home team Roaring Creek Grace Kennedy crushing the Belmopan Bandits by a score of 10 runs to 2. Leandra Guy picks up the victory, while Lanisha Jones takes the loss. The competition continues this weekend when games will be played at the May Gordon Field in the nation's capital. The news on the national channel.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of my TV is its cost as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
Fair and mostly dry conditions are prevailing in our weather. The general forecast for Belize and her coastal waters is for partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers will increase mainly along the coast on Tuesday morning. Winds are easterly at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state is light chop to choppy. Low temperatures at dawn will be around 81 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 70 degrees Fahrenheit up in the hills. High temperatures on Tuesday will range from 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 95 degrees Fahrenheit inland. It will be a warm 80 degrees Fahrenheit up at the exposed areas of the mountain Pine Ridge and along the Maya Mountains in the south. The tides. A low tide occurs at a minute past 1 o'clock in the morning. A high tide follows at 18 minutes past 7 o'clock also in the morning. The sun will rise at 18 minutes past 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will set at 20 minutes past 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. The extended forecast, valid through to Wednesday afternoon, is for a decrease in showers that will affect mainly coastal areas of the country. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Francisca Wellington at the Belize Weather Bureau. To end the news, here are the main points again. Talks on a protocol for the Sarstoon to begin this weekend in Istanbul, Turkey. Guatemalans detained for illegal activities in the Chiquibull, and police investigates weekend murder in Ladyville Village. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.